Hello and welcome to Lake, a show about our beautiful city of Bellevue. I'm your host, Lori Hoffman, Arts and Creative Economy Manager for the city. On today's episode, we're going to focus on some of the unique experiences and hidden treasures of the BelRed Arts District, which is ready for you to explore with opportunities around every corner, just feet from the new light rail line. The BelRed neighborhood of Bellevue is home to the largest concentration of arts and culture organizations and activities on the east side, including Mock's Boarding House, where we are today. In fact, over 100 creative organizations and businesses call the gritty post-industrial warehouses and funky strip malls of BelRed home, but many people are unaware of just what this neighborhood has to offer. With that in mind, on this edition of Lake to Lake, we'll learn about the new nonprofit group working to enrich and promote the district, tour one of the newest nightlife venues in Bellevue, visit one of the largest art galleries on the east side, and hear directly from the artists who created some of BelRed's amazing murals. Incorporated in 2023, the BelRed Arts District Community Alliance is an example of Bellevue at its best, a group of community members, residents, and local business owners coming together to make the place where they live, work, and play into something truly unique. This volunteer organization has hit the ground running, delivering benefits to the community, including an amazing party at the BelRed station during the 2-line opening, which featured the artistic talents of BelRed creatives and organizations. Let's dive in together and learn more from some of their board members. What is the BelRed Arts District? What is the Community Alliance? What are you doing here in the BelRed neighborhood?
The BelRed Arts District Community Alliance, we think of ourselves as the ambassadors, the activators, the amplifiers, and we are here to help the 60-plus creative businesses and organizations that call this part of BelRed home.
I think you kind of asked a loaded question a little bit because it's really two separate things. Like one is an entity, which is the art district itself, and the other is the Community Alliance, which is all of us, and that is to support and activate the physical presence of the artists.
As an organization, what is your vision for the Arts District?
The Arts District is a place for everyone to gather. We have musicians, we have dancers, we have people that are practicing martial arts, and right now we're in a theater. So everyone is welcome, everybody is doing something, and we are all making art together.
We also have, this amazing theaters, right? We have the Kung Fu Academy next door. We have all sorts of different varieties of arts and cultural organizations in the neighborhood.
And when we think about the vision of the BelRed Arts District, it's a place for the businesses, the art businesses to gather, but it's also a place for people to drop off their kids for ballet lessons or spend the day in a pottery class or find a studio to sit and paint when they're just hanging around.
I love how you use the phrase hidden gems. What are some of the hidden gems of the Arts District?
I would say one of them is Theater 33. That's where we're here now. And does anybody know about it? Yeah, a lot of people do know. But we are in one of those post-industrial warehouse spaces that is tucked back. So when you know, you know.
As you're doing this work, as you are engaging with the community and daylighting the creativity here in the Arts District, what has been the event that you have been most proud of, that you think reached the most people so far?
I think we would all agree that the Sound Transit 2-line opening celebration was our biggest achievement, and I know that we planned
To date.
and we planned for a long time, and it was joyful, and that's what our focus really was.
We planned for a long time, and we grew as an alliance, and we learned a lot. But we learned how to work together. We learned how to work together with the community, with the city. And then we got to see if what we planned and what we thought was going to happen was well received by our audience, and it was. So that's a big moment of joy. But a lot of discovery, too. And this stuff takes time.
I think we learned to work very well together as a team. We often very different backgrounds, right? And we are all, drawn together by our passion for the community, for the art districts.
A great moment of joy was during the 2-line opening, and we have people painting the mural, even though it's pouring down rain, and we have bands playing, and dancers on stage, and somebody turned to where Marie and I were standing and said, this is the first time it's felt like a community here. And it's like, those are the moments, right, that we all work for.
How do folks get involved? How does the community get involved with the Arts District Community Alliance and with building this place?
Even if it's simply subscribing to our newsletter and staying up to date with what's going on in the BelRed Arts District, I think that's extremely valuable, especially right now as we're trying to spread the word about the Arts District is here and what the Community Alliance is all about.
I love your newsletter, by the way. It is to my mailbox, a bright pink and blue bomb of joy, telling me all the things. It's like where I plan out my weekend now. I deeply enjoy your newsletter. It is worth the click.
Well, don't forget about social media presence, right? The Instagram, we constantly are updating it almost every day, with events and happenings around.
Want to learn more about the Community Alliance's efforts to daylight creativity in the BelRed Arts District, including an interactive map of the arts and culture organizations in the area? Check out belredarts.org. Where to go and what to do after work hours is a frequent question here in Bellevue, where folks are always on the lookout for the newest place, and Fruit Wine Co. has the answer. This new nightlife venue, infused with culinary creativity, is the brainchild of Jackson and Gretchen Rohrbaugh. Jackson is a former master sommelier from Canlis. With only 279 in the world, master sommeliers are incredibly rare, and ones with great senses of how to craft music and art pairings with your wine course are even rarer. Come with me as we explore where art, music, fruit, wine blend together to make magic.
A sommelier is someone who cares deeply about wine. It's someone who's devoted their life to learning all there is to know about wine, or as much as they can. It's someone who cares deeply about the process of making wine, about the product, about the people who make it, and about finding the right wine for the right people. A master sommelier is a certification that is at the highest level of an organization called the Court of Master Sommeliers. There's 275, give or take, of us in the world, and you have to pass a test that involves tasting, service, and theory. You have to answer questions verbally, you have to taste wines blind and get them as close as you can to region of origin, grape variety, and vintage without knowing what the bottles are. After my career in working restaurants, and especially working at Canlis, and was there for 10 years and tasted incredible wines all the time, I noticed that there weren't ways for consumers to find interesting, dynamic, exciting wines that were made by small producers. Finding small family farms making the most interesting and special wines from around the world, I wanted to find a way to introduce people to those small families and tell their stories. Fruit Events is our way of having a classroom space, a gathering space, a way to bring people together with wine and even with beer and with cider, but showcasing producers when they're in town. We have producers in from Spain and Italy and France and all over the world who will come in and they'll teach a class, and I'll get to teach with them and showcase their wines in a really cool classroom setting. Or we can just get live music in here and bring in partners to make food and make really fun events that bring people together with wine and food. And that's the mission we're on, is to connect people using wine. An art district's important because things like wine and food and art and music, they all feed off of one another and they all help boost one another up. Bellevue is an incredible place. We have tons of amazing, dynamic, diverse populations here. We have people from all over the world. We have really interesting conversations all the time. I love this area. I love the fact that every day when I come to work, I might have a totally different experience with new people coming in the door and getting to run events with the awesome people in the Bellevue neighborhood.
For a schedule of upcoming events, or to learn more about the culinary adventures at Fruit Wine, please visit fruitwineco.com. Is it time to freshen up your space? Add a little color or fun to your home? Come with me to discover one of the newest art galleries in town. Established in 2022, the Yuan Ru Art Center has quickly become a prime gathering place for Bellevue's creative community. This gallery, with a second location in Taipei, proudly presents artists from across Asia and the Pacific Northwest. The mission for the Art Center is to transcend boundaries, connecting people from diverse backgrounds to the power and beauty of contemporary art. And with almost 5,000 square feet of exhibition space right in the BelRed Arts District, the community connections abound.
Yuan Ru Art Center is a almost 5,000 square feet contemporary art gallery in Bellevue, and it is one of the few art galleries in Bellevue, and I invite you all to come and take a look. We have so many different types of exhibitions. We have many different types of artists in this gallery. So, for instance, this month we have a group of Korean American artists, and we have a lot of local artists as well who are from Bellevue, who are from Seattle area. And we also have artists from the Pacific Northwest, and we also have international artists. Our art openings are just an event you don't want to miss. We have so many people here to enjoy art, to enjoy each other's company. The community is really looking for a beautiful space like this, to look at art, to exhibit their artwork. I come from a background as a family doctor, and I feel that art is very therapeutic and healing to artists who are producing the artwork and to people who are looking at the artwork and appreciating the artwork. So I think that's the most important thing, is that a piece speaks to you and evokes a positive reaction. So I think that when you find a piece of work that you like, the piece of artwork can literally make you happy. I was so excited, when I decided to start my gallery here, right on BelRed Road, that there is this BelRed Art District, that's being established right around the time I started my gallery. So it was just great timing. And it's been so great to see that, in this BelRed corridor, we have so many different forms of art, from music to theater to ballet to, arts and crafts. And now I have a beautiful gallery to be part of this amazing BelRed Arts District. And it's been so great, the response from the community and the support, from the BelRed Arts District.
Check out upcoming exhibits, community events, and more at yuanru.gallery. To help bring a little color and vibrancy to the physical space of BelRed, the city worked with regional artists to create murals in the very heart of the Arts District. But public art can be more than just something engaging to look at. It's how we celebrate our achievements and face the past with humanity. It is the measure of us as a society and how we tell our collective story to the world.
For the mural, I wanted to create kind of like a landscape of colors that is Bellevue inspired. I think for me, in my own interpretation of Bellevue, I thought that Bellevue had a lot of like blue and purpley energy. And I also kind of wanted to highlight that with orange and yellow, and not just what Bellevue feels like it looks like, but also what it energetically feels like. And I think it's very inspiring. Like their energy, it's always going. It's always like it's always beside nature as well. So I also kind of wanted to connect that with the viewers. My art making process usually starts with me kind of just thinking about the location, and I think about the color palette, and then it kind of goes from there. I like to mix the patterns and the colors together and see how it kind of have their own relationship in a way. It was also just like really helpful to have other artists work with me so that we all kind of just like talk to each other, help each other out. So that was really nice.
Every artist that's on here, yeah, they're all like really great artists. Kita is amazing. I got a chance to spend some time with them whenever they were in school and do a studio session. And whenever I walked in, I was like, you have promise and future beyond like anything that I've seen at the moment. So it's really great to be able to see them like 4 years later, being able to execute on that work. Yeah, it's a real honor to be out here with them.
Being one of the first mural artists in Bellevue feels great. I feel like as a queer woman of color, I feel responsible in a way to show up for us and also just kind of be ourselves, because I think that's what everybody needs, and also just like show our colors. I think that's really what I wanted in this process.
Art and creativity are vital elements to any well-rounded community. And BelRed is our very own diamond in the rough, a bustling creative economy right at our fingertips. I invite you to dive into this dynamic, evolving cultural hub and create your own story of discovery and unexpected delight. That's all for this month's show. If you have any feedback or questions for us, please email us anytime at btv@bellevuewa.gov. Also, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, where you'll find the city's latest video news and information. I'm Lori Hoffman, and from all of us at Bellevue Television and the City of Bellevue, thank you for watching Lake to Lake. Have a great day.